Your reign on the top was short like leprechauns as I crush so-called willies, thugs, and rapper dons. I'm about to get in that quick fast like Ramadan. It's that boxing phenomenon, Don Dada. The Don Dada's back. I got questions for the whole world of boxing. How is Devin Haney the lightweight undisputed? Something Lomachenko, Kambosos, and Teofimo never were, but ESPN has Lomachenko ahead of him? Huh? That's what I'll talk about. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Gang. Let's get it. Now, the best thing you could do is subscribe to the channel. My name is Ego. I'm your host. This is my channel. Welcome. I produce the hottest content in all of boxing, and that has been the case for several years. Now, I'm looking at this ESPN men's pound for pound list. The bias is outrageous, but what I want to focus in on is they got Vasily Lomachenko at number 7, and then at number 10, dead last, like Biggie said, ESPN is dead wrong, they got Devin Haney. So they're in the same division. One guy has all of the belts in the division and just went overseas to fight the guy, and somehow, some way, he's ranked behind Lomachenko. Now, you can't make this make sense. Lomachenko, he a good little fighter, but he has, what has he got, 18 fights and 2 losses? Devin Haney has more fights than that. He's undisputed, and he's currently holding all the belts. So I need somebody to explain. See, we as a boxing society, you as boxing fans, yes, you at home, we have to start standing up and going against the system and this secret society that tries so hard to oppress certain fighters. And it's just insane at this point. You know, the whole list is basically trash, and I don't even want to get into the whole list as a whole because there's other things that people are going to see and be like, oh, that's cap. I want to focus primarily on that. Like, my thing is this: if you're coming out with the list, what's the point of a list? And the list, no matter what you do, no matter what accolades or milestones you conquer or accomplish, you still get ranked behind people that, like Lomachenko right now, is inactive. He has not fought since Richard Comey, right? Devin Haney just fought, and he's undisputed. He holds every title at lightweight, and he went overseas to do it. And this, my friends, is part of the problem, and is part of a growing and greater problem with old media, because old media, this is what they do. Keep in mind that Devin Haney wasn't the preferred opponent for George Kambosos Jr. Devin Haney himself said so much and said Kambosos didn't really want to fight me. He had no choice but to fight me. And this is why George Kambosos didn't want to fight him. As you see, Devin Haney bombing on him, snot coming out of his nose, and, you know, the fight, you really can't give Kambosos really many rounds. So this is exactly why. And this is the game that is leveraged against a lot of fighters like Devin Haney. Look at the franchise champion. Lomachenko was supposed to fight Devin Haney. We never got that fight because of the franchise champion. So they created this new program for Canelo, you want pay, right? Then they gave it to, notice we've never had a black franchise champion since the program has started. No black fighter, no African-American fighter has been deemed worthy. Like all the things that Floyd Mayweather did for boxing, how come they didn't think about the franchise champion when Floyd was dominating for 22 plus years, right? And then fast forward, you have Canelo became franchise champion, didn't have to fight a black mandatory Jermall Charlo. And then same thing happened with Lomachenko. Devin he was like 21 calling out Lomachenko saying he'll fight him, but he couldn't get that look. And that's not his fault. It really is not his fault because he said he wanted to fight him. And then this is what old media does. They'll say that a certain fighter won't be able to accomplish their dreams, but they don't want to see it. So then there's no way to quantify or really prove to be right or wrong if you stagnate and prohibit the fight from actually happening. Because there were people who thought Devin Haney was going to go either lose on the scorecards in Australia or get knocked out. But we've seen the fight, and that's the furthest from the truth. Devin Haney won virtually every round. I gave him every round, to be honest. So That's what happens when they leverage the game against you. And then all that to have ESPN, they watch this. They watch George Kambosos get dog walked in his own country. I've never seen 50,000 people at a sporting event that quiet, you know, and usually a raucous crowd, people drunk in the crowd, and it's boxing. And, you know, there was a knockout. Junior Fall got knocked out earlier, and you usually hear a bunch of oohs and ahs. This fight was like it was held in a library, the Australian library, the Dewey Decimal System, because at the end of the day, Devin Haney from an early going shut the crowd up, and the crowd was never in the fight. And then fast forward to the future, you got people like ESPN, and they're supposed to be the number one in sports in America. They're a big name and brand, and they can't even give the recognition. And this, again, goes back to the problem that I so frequently talk about, and it can't be denied any longer. Devin Haney was never afforded the opportunity to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko became the franchise, and then he kept fighting the Luke Campbells, and then he fought Teofimo, lost to Teofimo, then Teofimo lost to the man you see on the screen, George Kambosos, and then through a failure because Lomachenko was staying at home to defend his country because of what's going on, the landscape of Russia invading Ukraine, Devin Haney steps in. But Devin Haney wasn't really the option that Kambosos wanted first. We were hearing reports of a fight with Kambosos and Lomachenko being done, or a fight with Kambosos and Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, you know, he's been pretty flaky, we'll say. So they couldn't rely on that, and then Lomachenko stayed at home to defend his country. And then despite accomplishing this feat, they don't want to give Devin Haney his props. You see other people, other black fighters primarily, like Jermell Charlo, he's undisputed. He's not even on the list, but they have room for Lomachenko. Right? You have Gervonta Davis not on the list, but they got room for Lomachenko. I mean, this is just foolish. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I will continue to drop the hits, the latest and greatest in boxing. Please subscribe. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.